If you were to look at some complicated illustrations that were created in Illustrator, if you were to break them down, you would find that several components within an overall complicated illustration really boil down to simple, basic shapes and paths. What we're going to do over the next couple movies is look at how we can combine paths and combine shapes to create more complicated pieces of artwork. Now, I'm working with this document called Compound Paths-Adobe, which is available inside your exercise files folder. I just want to quickly show you how you can easily combine content to create more complicated artwork. Now, if we take a look at this, we have what looks like a flower, and then we have what will be the center of the flower. Well, if we wanted this to be one path, you can imagine how complicated that would be to create a path like that using something like the pen tool. It just doesn't make sense. So what you can do here inside of Illustrator is place the center of the flower in the center of the flower. The center of the flower, of course, is nothing more than a circle, but if you select it and drag it in place, and of course you can always nudge it around with the arrow keys on your keyboard, you want to select both shapes here, so both the circle and, of course, the flower. I'm just going to click and drag a marquee around both of those shapes. With both of those shapes selected, you can then come up to the Object menu, and from the Object menu, you can choose Compound Path, then you can choose Make. When you do that, you'll notice that we punch a hole in the center of the flower, which is exactly what we wanted to do, and now we have one path. It's no longer two separate objects, but rather a compound path. You can illustrate this further by coming over and assigning a stroke color to this object. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll select black, and you can see that the stroke is not only applied around the outer edge of the flower, but also its inner circle. So compound paths obviously give you the ability to create more robust artwork. Now, this is just scratching the surface. What we're going to do over the next couple movies is look at how we can also combine shapes together, again, to create more complex shapes. And we'll also look at other ways that you can create compound paths using the Pathfinder features found inside of Illustrator.